Hello everyone, this is What's Missing. Today we'll be talking about Enrique Tarrio, leader of the Proud Boys and recently revealed by mainstream media as a police informant back in 2013. According to these articles, he helped bust over a dozen people, including a drug smuggling ring and a group of human traffickers. At the time, he was set to face 30 months in prison, but after cooperating with authorities, he received just 16. Now, many left-wingers believe that Tarrio has been working with the police ever since then, cooperating in the arrest of Proud Boy personnel while operating as their leader. To me, this just doesn't seem believable though, for a number of reasons. So, not only do we have no evidence of Tarrio informing the police while he's been a Proud Boy, but there's not even circumstantial evidence that could possibly tie him to a Proud Boy arrest, at least none that I've seen. I mean, he gets a reduced sentence in 2013 after cooperating with police, and then he serves that 16-month sentence, so why would he keep informing after that? And not informing on criminal organizations anymore, but on the Proud Boys, a group that as far as I know, he has no connections with in 2013. Usually, an informant will rat out their associates only when they get caught. If the police don't have a prison sentence hanging over Tarrio's head, why would he work with them? The article I read about Tarrio's background as an informant does, however, imply that Tarrio may be acting as an informant now, following his arrest in DC due to an outstanding warrant. This arrest was carried out on January 4th, just 2 days before the Capitol insurrection. The police found 2 empty assault rifle magazines in his bag, which resulted in Tarrio receiving 2 felony gun charges. To me, the implication made by this article is very clear. The mainstream media appears to be attempting to shake up the Proud Boys by instilling a sense of mistrust in their leader. I mean, come on. Tarrio had already acted as an informant back in 2013, so what's to stop him from doing it again, this time to get out from under a set of felony charges, which, if I'm not mistaken, could put him in prison for 1 to 2 years. I mean, we gotta admit, Tarrio wasn't even held on bail for his case. He got released the very next day, though he was banned from DC, meaning he could not participate in the January 6th Capitol breach. The tactic here, if I'm not mistaken, is to call into question Tarrio's loyalty and to create disarray within his organization. Several members of the Proud Boys have already been arrested due to their involvement in the Capitol breach, including Hawaii founder Nick Ox and Florida organizer Joseph Biggs. If they get convicted, alongside Tarrio and whoever else Tarrio may or may not trade for his freedom, the Proud Boys will have a hard time rebuilding their presence within American culture. This does not mean, however, as some leftists believe, that Tarrio has been an informant since the start of his career with the Proud Boys. We have no evidence suggesting this to be the case. People make fun of QAnon and all the conspiracy theories floating around, but if the left appears just as incapable of holding positions that are proven with evidence, then in the end, are we really any better? Are we any more thoughtful or better at criticizing our opposition, whether that be the police or the Proud Boys? Because if Tarrio has been an informant this whole time, there must at least be some circumstantial evidence proving this to be the case. There are complaints that the whole system of using informants has helped police and the FBI attack civil rights groups, which is true. The informant system, therefore, has been used to damage our ability as citizens to fight for our freedoms. That said, we have to admit, informants are incredibly effective in making convictions. Without informants, especially those in top-level positions of leadership, it's unlikely America's most powerful criminal organizations would ever have been brought down by law enforcement. Police in no way act responsibly 100% of the time. I have 2 articles linked below showing that an FBI agent had, while undercover, organized a white nationalist rally in New Orleans. I would argue, though, that the use of an informant functions in the same way as any tool. If used justly, it can take down the greatest threats to our democracy. If used to harm the common people, though, it will do the exact opposite, restricting our ability to find justice in an imperfect system. Instead of doing away with the use of informants entirely, we need to find ways to challenge our institutions to support us, and we need to create such outrage that the FBI will never collaborate with neo-Nazis ever again. The people deserve better from our systems, but to be frank, we are going to need a police force or a law enforcement body of some kind. Murderers need to be arrested, but we do not want FBI agents leading neo-Nazi marches. And the best way to stop them from getting away with this behavior is to keep leaking information and exposing their misdeeds and mistakes for the whole world to see. Well, that'll be all for today. I hope you all have a great week, and I hope you all stay safe. Take care. This is what's missing.